size, super simple recipes. Number 4, steak and ale pie, one of my favourites. I've got a steak here which I've already diced. If you're really lazy, you can buy diced beef in the supermarket. I've got a big onion which I've chopped. If you're really lazy, you can get it in a bag in the supermarket. 1 stock cube, some cornstarch dissolved in a little water, and some ale. These steak and ale pies work really well with pretty much any dark beer. That just happened to be what they had in the shop today. So, stock cube in a jug, a little bit of hot water. You only want enough to try and dissolve it away. Give that a quick stir around. And your beer. If I can get the lid off. I have no idea how much is there, but whatever's left, I'll drink with my dinner. I've already got the pan on. We just want to sear the beef. We're not trying to cook the beef, we just want to seal it and get a bit of colour onto it. La 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 la. So that's taken on a bit of colour. We then do our beer stock mix, which will deglaze the pan, boil off the alcohol, oh, it smells good already. Right, we want to bring that up to a nice boil. And straight in with your corn flour mix, and hopefully that will begin to thicken that up. As you can tell, COVID lockdown has made me Porky the Pig. That's supposed to be an individual pie. It will actually feed 2 people. Get your onions, chuck them straight in. Let's hope I haven't done too large an amount. Your meat into your pie. when this cooks, the onions will reduce down and you should end up with a nice unctuous gravy, because you want that with your chips. I might have to use a bigger pot for this. And pour your gravy on. No, that looks alright. Cool. Okay, we're just going to rearrange a few of these. Excuse my fingers. We're then just going to, not too tightly, but we're going to cover it with some foil. That will go in the oven then at 150 for an hour and a half to 2 hours, which will tenderise the meat, reduce all the stock and the onions down, so we should end up with our pie filling. And I'll come back and see you after an hour and a half. The pie has now been in for 1.5 hours. First thing I'm going to do is turn on the fat fryer for my chips. I put some kitchen towel down because it was quite full and I don't want to spill it everywhere, but I'm bound to do that anyway. And we're going to turn the temperature up on the oven to about 200 roughly. Smells good. Looking fairly good. So we'll leave that now to cool a little bit before we put a pastry on it. And in the meantime, while that's cooling and the oven's heating up, I'll make some rustic chips. So all I've done is wash these potatoes, get all the mud off them, give them a scrub. La la la. There's probably more chips than one person should really eat. And like I say, lockdown has turned me into Porky Pig. I can't seem to get into the habit of reducing the portions down for just one person. So, rustic chips are done. And I'll take 7 minutes in the fryer once we get them on. Now, pastry. If you're a masochist, you can spend hours of your life rolling and folding and rolling and folding and rolling and folding. Fuck that, life's short enough as it is. 85p for a ready rolled sheet of puff pastry. It's certainly a lot cheaper, quicker and easier than making it yourself. Try and get it back in the packet. Save the parchment. So, bit of egg wash. All I've got in here is a beaten egg with a little bit of milk in it. And we're quickly going to just line round the top of the pie dish. Well, I say save the parchment because that piece of pastry we can use later to make a pizza or some nice little pudding items, and it will go back in the freezer without too much problem. So we're just going to crimp this round. Trim off a bit of excess. Put that back in that parchment, and you can pop that back in the freezer, and that'll be fine. Two punctures just to let any gases escape. We're going to brush that over again with some wash just to make it rise. And that goes into the oven once it's up to temperature for about 20 minutes. We'll see what we end up with. Bum bum ba bum. Right, try not to drop it, Simon. There obviously was some gravy stuck on the bottom of this because it's attached itself to the paper. There we go. Bum, bum. We'll see what we've got in 20 minutes. Pop that away and come back in 20. Right, it's had 20 minutes, the chips are almost done. Let's see what sort of a mess I've made of this. It's voila! Steak and ale pie. I'll get my chips out and in a moment we'll plate it up. All plated up, a little bit of salt and pepper. Steak and ale pie with rustic chips. And the rest of the beer. Job done. Nom nom nom.